My mother-in-law wore a white gown to my wedding, so I accidentally ruined it. When my husband sided with her, I annulled the marriage. The organ music swelled, shaking the floorboards of the old chapel, but nobody was looking at me. Every single head was turned toward the back of the church where my mother-in-law, my soon-to-be husband's stepmother, Sharon, had just made her entrance. She was wearing a floor-length, white lace ball gown with a train that was physically longer than mine. She walked down the aisle like she was the one getting married, beaming at the horrified guests, and even stopped to adjust her veil. Yes, she wore a veil. I felt my blood turn to ice. I looked at my fiancé, Greg, expecting him to be furious. Instead, he gave her a little wave. "She looks great, doesn't she?" he whispered as she took her seat in the front row, effectively blocking my parents' view with her massive hat. "She's wearing a wedding dress, Greg," I hissed, my smile plastered on so tight my face hurt. "She looks like a lunatic." "It's cream, Sarah, relax," he muttered, grabbing my hand a little too hard. "Don't be a bridezilla. She just wants to feel involved." I got through the vows. I said I do, but the words tasted like ash in my mouth. The reception was worse. Sharon insisted on a mother-son dance that lasted 3 full songs. She was clinging to him, whispering in his ear, while the guests shifted uncomfortably in their seats. I sat at the head table alone, watching my husband spin his stepmother and his life. I walked over to the open bar. I didn't ask for water. I ordered a large glass of the darkest, richest Cabernet Sauvignon they had. "Make it a double," I told the bartender. I waited until Sharon sat down. She was fanning herself, holding court with her friends, looking like the Queen of England. I plotted my trajectory. I walked past her table. I didn't trip. I didn't stumble. I just let go. The glass hit her shoulder and exploded. Red wine soaked the white lace instantly, dripping down her chest and pooling in her lap, turning her $5,000 gown into a crime scene. "You clumsy cow," she screamed, jumping up. The music stopped. The chatter died. "Oh no," I said, my voice dead flat. "It matches your soul now." Greg grabbed my arm, his fingers digging into my bicep, and dragged me into the hallway away from the guests. "You did that on purpose," he yelled, his face purple with rage. "You ruined her night. She's crying in there. She wore a wedding dress to my wedding, Greg," I screamed back, finally letting the anger snap. "She is trying to humiliate me." "So what?" he shouted, stepping into my personal space. That's when the real bombshell dropped. "I bought her that dress," Greg confessed, throwing his hands up. "She was feeling insecure about losing her baby boy, so I took her shopping. I told her to get whatever made her feel beautiful. It makes her happy, Sarah. You need to go in there, apologize on your knees, and offer to pay for the dry cleaning." Now, I looked at him. I really looked at him. I saw a man who was already married to his mother. "You bought it?" I whispered. "You approved this?" "Yes, she is my stepmother. Now fix it," he barked. "No," I said. I walked back into the banquet hall. I walked right up to the DJ and took the microphone from his hand. "Attention everyone," I said, my voice echoing off the walls. The room went silent. Sharon was standing near the exit, stained red, looking triumphant because she saw Greg yelling at me. "The bar is open. The food is paid for. Please, enjoy the party. But the groom and I are done." I dropped the mic. "Sarah, get back here," Greg roared, chasing me to the door. "I'm going to a hotel, Greg," I said, turning around one last time. "You and your stepmother can enjoy the honeymoon suite." I filed for an annulment the next morning. My lawyer cited fraud, arguing that Greg was unable to enter a marriage contract because he was already in a committed relationship with his stepmother. Greg is currently living in Sharon's guest room. They sent me a bill for the dress cleaning. I framed it and hung it in my new apartment. Am I the monster for ruining her dress, or did I just stain it to show everyone the truth?